part two. You know, I just took off that necklace I was wearing. I don't know if you noticed that I have it in some of my vlogs, and just the previous one to this on the Mystery Channel. I'm very sensitive, as everybody should be, and that's in a positive way of saying it, not like overly sensitive emotionally, but I'm talking about sensitive about my systems, and when something is not right for it, if something is out of balance, I have the senses to feel that. And feel is a very generalistic term, and sensitive also is very generalistic. So I'm explaining that when the necklace was on me, it started to do something with my body, so my body was getting disturbed and it was rejecting it. It has something to do, I believe, with the stones and the molecular structure of it. So the molecular structure is always putting out a vibration, and that might be just to do with that particular material, that substance, that gem, and there's also metal on the necklace which is holding it together. And metal obviously is derivative of the rocks and stones, and it's ore, you know, O-R-E. So these things could either be disturbing to my energy field, they don't get along, they're not compatible, so that they should not be worn. And this is an interesting thing, because a lot of you might be wearing pieces of jewelry, or even in your clothing there might be metal or something in it, and if it creates a disturbance in your own natural body's energy field, call it aura, call it whatever you want, it can cause you to have a disease. And if it's not just locally in the area giving you pain or redness or rash or something, it can spread out. It can move along a meridian that's connected. Like if it's your hand, it may move along and you may get something in your elbow, or it might be in the shoulder, or it might move up into one of your organs or up into your head. It's very possible. And just along the same lines, not the same, but very much connected to this, is dental implants. When you have cavities and they give you a filling, and these are metallic, mercury, stuff like that. The mercury was a very bad idea, but the AMA, or the dentist association, of that medical industry, just did something for business reasons, because they're making money on it. Okay, so enough said. That's why I don't have the necklace on. And be sensitive, so you know you're not putting something on that's disturbing you. This is a whole science that we really need to understand as a people. Now let me get into part two of the video from the previous one. I was talking about what's going on and just facing the reality. And the conclusion that I had stated, we cannot use words alone. Words cannot do that much. Words are talking. So what can I talk about this? I can just allude to the fact of what the solution is, as shown by history. The only time that there has been major change, where the people can be set free, that the people can have the ability to live a better life, where they can get away from the situation they're in with the problems and all the traps. Basically what's shown in the movie The Matrix. Now I'm not asking you to watch movies, because movies are also just as bad as talk, or talking in a video, or vlogging. It's not like, I'm saying that I'm just talking about talking to the powers that be. When I'm talking about that, it's not doing that much, which I said, I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not doing anything, but the talking to the powers that be is also not enough. Talking to them and giving the petitions and writing suggestions and sending emails and writing little memos, it basically doesn't do anything. It's like it does something, they notice it, they know who you are, and they can easily just brush it aside with a pre-made form letter where they have somebody rubber stamp it, and then that's all. We trade words for words. I'm going to tell you what is the solution in history, and if everybody doesn't understand me and how like right on I am, like when I want to be dead on, hit the nail on the head. Where's my hammer? Where's my hammer? I'm telling you that physical action, that's right, you heard it correctly. Physical action is the only thing that can affect change. All throughout history, this has been proven. All throughout my videos, this is proven. But nothing can be done through the video. Just the truth of it is proven through the video. So I mean, I'm not being facetious here. I'm not just saying something that's just a circle jerk. It's not the fact that I'm being redundant here. I'm saying that you've got to get off your ass, stop listening to videos, and stop talking to the powers that be, and take physical action. If you want to understand that historically this is what people have done to make real change, that is transformation of their world. Okay, now do you want me to tell you what you should do? Like where I'm telling you what you should do. I'm not like assuming that any one of you are actually going to do it. I'm just going to say it anyhow. See what I mean? Because I like talking for the sake of talking. Take that how you want. I think everybody should get together and find out a way to pool your resources. Communally speaking, it is a community effort so that you're able to share, and it makes the burden easier rather than going it alone, rather than the individual being there struggling with every little thing. That's why it's easier to be in a family. It's easier to be in a group of like-minded people. That's why ethnicities stay together. That's why neighborhoods are sometimes racially or ethnically, nationalistically based. They're concentrated according to that, because if all the people come in from El Salvador, or all the people come in from Kazakhstan, or all the people come in from Tasmania, wherever it might be, they congregate in a new area and they're able to help each other. Because if somebody needs yak milk, then they know that their neighbor down the street might have it because it's another person that is using that in their culture, yak milk. I just give you like a random example. I can also give you another one, Swedish meatballs. Say somebody's run out of Swedish meatballs and you go around the corner, you knock on the door and say, hey, you know, like we're all in the same community, and hey, how you doing? You got enough Swedish meatballs? And as a matter of fact, I come over because if you have any extra, not to be sound like a Jew or something, but I am a Jew. And then he gets the Swedish meatballs and he goes home and he's happy, and that he owes that person a favor. But that's what family is for. So what I'm saying is physical action needs to be taken. We need to get together and link up and share the things that we need. Someone can always run out, but someone has extra of that thing, so we pull it together. It's the same thing I was saying in my video about barter. As a matter of fact, that is the plan of action. At the core of it is barter. Say someone has a gun, a 12 gauge or a 10 gauge, and he's running out of his ammunition. His ammo is you need a 20 gauge, and whatever it is, it's I don't know very much about firearms, but sometimes you've got like buckshot in it, or full metal jacket, or armor piercing head, or depleted uranium. I don't even know. But say you need some, and you go, and this guy's got some in his little stash. And, oh, here's a box. You know, you need it. Just let me know. You know, if the shit hits the fan, and you use it, then you know, I'm sure you're gonna help me down the line. You know, I'll come into your bomb shelter when I need to. That kind of thing. So, being a little bit facetious in these examples, but just to take physical action by being locally joined together, cooperating, makes us stronger, much stronger. And it's not just about talking. Because I can talk about videos, and the only thing that you can give to me is give me a video response. I appreciate that. That's nice within the site. But what does it mean outside in reality, in the real world? It doesn't mean anything. Like, virtually it means something, but realistically, practically, really, it's nothing. So, I've always said that from the beginning when I was elected, the first online president of the global community. We need to start getting together physically, and that's the only thing that's going to make a real change so that we can become more self-sufficient, independent of that system that is doing us wrong. The system is wrong, the system is corrupt, the wrong people are making the wrong decisions at the wrong time, and it's come down to this. Now is the time to do what we need to do. And that means coming out of your comfort zone. That means thinking outside of the box. That means if you listen to my video and something makes sense, you do something about it. Physical action. I'm not going out and saying, go after your enemy and remove them out of the way. No, it's not time for that. It's time for physical action, activism, getting together and helping each other. And that is really the main thing that I've convinced you about. Make your comments, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody, favorite it, and make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for listening.